Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on the video. A few days ago, I did a hey, from here on out, this is my prediction on the NHL, and so I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's do one for the NBA. I mean, last week, gosh, we had the Lakers versus Clippers game where LeBron just took over and they then won. He hit 40K against the Nuggets, and then they lost, and so it's like monumental nights for the Lakers. They lose. Just write that down. And then yesterday we had the Cavs versus Boston Celtics game, which went to the wire. Wade took over, not D Wade, Dean Wade. And so just with the Donovan Mitchell sitting on the sideline, it's like, hey, this scrappy group of Cavs can hang around. But let's look at the standings right now, as of today. We're not going to do a, hey, let's predict in the future. Let's go. Playoffs start right now. Playoffs start today. We're going to do the play-ins, and then we're going to predict all the way to the NBA Finals. Spoiler alert, it's not that shocking. For the play-in tournament, out of the 4 teams from 7 through 10, I think the 2 teams that stand out the most are the Warriors and the Lakers. They're going to go into the play-in tournament. They're going to beat up on the Kings. They're going to beat up on the Mavericks. And then they're going to sneak in there at the 7th and 8th spot. Then over there on the East, I think the Pacers and the 76ers round out 7 and 8. All right, so let's hop back over to the West side for round 1. With the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Golden State Warriors. This is what's fun and interesting about the Western Conference Finals is it's up for grabs. I think anybody can take it and take the 1 seed, but the truth is there's bust potential and upset written all over the Timberwolves and all over the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm sorry, they do not have the playoff experience against the Warriors, and so I would take the Warriors. And then for the Thunder versus the Lakers, they want to get LeBron and those Lakers at least to the second round. And so I just think with the young core of the Thunder, it's not enough. And unless they just straight up whoop on LeBron and sweep him 4-0, Lakers and the Warriors are going to pull a 7 and 8 upset and move on to the next round. Now, Clippers, easy work over New Orleans. Denver and Phoenix, I think they could go the distance, maybe 6 games or 7 games. And I know they played last night, but come on. I mean, the Nuggets are still the Nuggets. The Phoenix Suns have just kind of been very mediocre this year. So then for the Celtics versus the Pacers, I think the Celtics could make easy work. Magic versus the Knicks, I would take the Magic, depending on if Brunson can get back healthy. Because if Brunson's healthy, that's an MVP level type player this season, and so obviously giving the Knicks moving on. But as of right now, I don't think it matters which team's going to play the Celtics. They're going to get whooped. Cavs against the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler's just going to show up like how he does in the playoffs. It's inevitable, and so I have the Miami Heat moving on with a little bit of an upset. And then for the Bucks versus the 76ers, without Joel Embiid, the 76ers aren't a real team. Even with Joel Embiid, they aren't a real team. And so give me the Bucks moving on to the second round. All right, for the second round with the Clippers and the Warriors, unless the Warriors strike gold and find a way to turn it around 180 degrees, I don't think that the Warriors can beat the Clippers. The Clippers are just too good this year. They're healthy. For now, knock on wood, that no one gets injured. But with Kawhi Leonard, Westbrook coming back, Harden, Paul George versus basically Steph Curry, because Draymond Green's disappeared, Klay Thompson's disappeared this season. They've been up and downs. I gotta take the Clippers moving on to the Western Conference Finals against, drumroll, the Nuggets. Shocker. I mean, I don't think the Lakers could upset the defending champ Nuggets. And so for a Western Conference Final, I would have the Clippers against the Nuggets, and I think the Nuggets could make easy work against the Clippers in like 5 games. Seriously. I know there'd be a lot of hype for it, but give me the Nuggets in like 5. And then for the second round, I would circle the Bucks versus Miami Heat meeting for, what is it, like the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons. But I think just with Coach Doc Rivers, I know the Bucks are on a hot streak right now, and they're doing good stuff, but it's still Doc Rivers. I mean, he finds a way. The Bucks are going to go up 3-2 in the series or something, and Miami's going to find a way to come back and win it in 7 games. And so it's going to be Celtics versus Miami for a rematch of a rematch of a rematch in the Eastern Conference Final. And this time, unless Jimmy Butler just shows up and shows out like he did in the last playoffs, I just think the Boston Celtics are too much size, too much all-star players. Miami's gotten rid of a few guys. The Celtics finally get over the hump again. and move on to the NBA Finals to play the Nuggets. And I've said it in my preseason prediction. I think the Nuggets are going back-to-back. I haven't seen a team as complete as the Nuggets. This year, I would say the Celtics are the next closest thing. You could debate the Clippers, but I think the Clippers are just a ticking time bomb on injury. I think Miami doesn't have enough size. Milwaukee struggles with coaching because Doc Rivers will Doc Rivers. And the Celtics just underperform. And they have been notorious for choking games. So that would be my brutal reaction on everybody else. But give me the Nuggets winning the NBA Finals and going back to back. So that's my thoughts on that. I really think, it's all going to come down to injuries too. I mean, if you know Westbrook, he had his surgery recently. Who tweaked? Someone. Oh, Brunson. How could I forget? Brunson tweaked his ankle or knee the other day in their game. And so it's hopefully, knock on wood, injuries don't impact the playoffs this year. They probably will. But anyways, catch you in the next video.